Good. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. My name is D'Angelo, aka Darth Mix from the Geek Life, and we're at Anime Expo 2017 with Lunar Lyn. Yeah! So she's one of my favorite cosplayers in Arizona because she is fantastic in like every way. So we wanted to interview her. And first off, what is your origin story in cosplay? How did you get into it?
Man. So I actually, when I think about it, I've been dressing up as fictional characters kind of my whole life. I was super into Halloween when I was a kid, and I grew up with like a dress-up chest where we would have all kinds of costume pieces or vintage clothing, and we would just pretend. So I had that kind of instilled in me my whole life. But it wasn't until 2010 when I attended Phoenix Comic-Con for the first time, and back then there weren't as many cosplayers. But I saw these people dressing up in costume going to a convention, and I just was like, oh my gosh, I need to get in on this. And I taught myself how to sew just to do that.
Oh, so you're all self-taught?
Yeah,
okay.
I just, internet.
Wow.
YouTube and stuff. So, yeah, I just totally got hooked.
Nice.
Yeah.
So out of all the years you've been doing cosplay, what has been one of your more favorite moments? Was it something small early on or some major accomplishment later?
I mean, I think it's the small things for me. When I did my first masquerade, it was only 2015 I did my first masquerade. The people that you meet doing masquerades become such good friends with you because you see them all the time in other competitions, and you talk to each other about, oh, how'd you make this? And you learn from each other. And those small moments are actually my favorite because connecting with people is one of my favorite parts of this hobby.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. And on the flip side, what is one of your least favorite moments? Or what's like a costume malfunction, or more so a mishap or something like that?
Well, I haven't had any like major costume malfunctions. One time I was being judged, and while I was being judged, my headpiece like fell off my head.
Oh, really? Yeah.
But usually judges just go, oh, haha, it's okay, and you just hook it back on and move on. But sometimes, I mean, it's hard to take criticism from people when you didn't ask for criticism. So stuff like that can be kind of hard to deal with, but you just kind of have to shrug it off and remember why you do it in the first place, which is for you, for fun, to express your love for a fandom. So.
Right on. Good. And out of all the costumes you have, which one would you say has been your like most difficult, yet the one you love the most?
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm working on something new right now that might become that, but right now, my most difficult is actually a Japanese idol costume that I made for Love Live last year. It was the only thing that's ever made me cry.
Oh, really?
Yes, it was.
Was it more so frustration, or?
Yes, because I patterned the whole thing myself because there weren't any existing patterns for it, so that kind of upset me at some point because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, and it was for a group, so I felt pressure, but it ended up turning out really awesome, and it's one of the most expensive costumes I've ever made, and it's really fun to wear because it's recognizable, so that's probably the one that I like the most right now.
Right on. So I understand that you have strong feelings for dubbed anime. Were you able to give your opinion on the dubbed anime?
Of course. I know, I mean, I grew up with, I went to like anime clubs in high school all the time, and I had a lot of my friends who were sub-only people, which is cool. It's cool, but I don't like when people judge others for liking dubbed anime.
Yeah, for sure.
And one of the big things about dubbed anime is, I think people don't realize, at one point in the 80s, 90s, anime wasn't doing too great, and the only thing that really kept it afloat were dubbed versions of those animes. So by watching dubbed things or subscribing to those channels, you're actually helping the anime industry be able to make more anime. So I like that part about it, and also it's just kind of nice to be able to have it on while I'm working, and I can hear it, and I have to read it.
Because not all of us can understand fluent Japanese.
Yes, for sure, And sometimes the different ways that different voices interpret the characters is kind of fun to see. Or if you really don't care for a voice in the English, but you do like the Japanese, then you have your pick. But it's mostly that I think if you love either one, you should just be able to love it and not be judged.
For sure.
There's something for everyone. And I mean, some people have trouble reading, and some people are blind, and that helps people get to enjoy anime without having to worry about, oh, it's only in Japanese, so I'll never be able to enjoy it. So.
Right on. Good. And if you could take any character from any universe and come to this world to be your best friend for life, who would it be?
Oh, that's so hard. Oh my gosh. I mean, I was tempted. Sailor Moon was my first thought, and I was like, no, Sailor Venus. But probably, I feel like I've said this before to somebody else, but I love Fairy Tail.
Yeah.
Fairy Tail is one of those stories that just touched my heart, and it's been one of my favorite things since Sailor Moon. So I'm going to cheat and say the entire Fairy Tail guild because I feel like I know them already, and I would just love to
those
hang
many
out with
episodes,
people.
I'm pretty sure you do. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, and it's such a good story, and I love all those characters, and you really get your heartstrings tugged in that series, and I feel like I already know them, so I would just die if those people were in my life. So that's what I would do.
Right on, perfect. And what piece of advice do you have for aspiring cosplayers? Now, usually when I ask this, they say like, don't stop, believing or whatever stuff. But what piece of advice do you have that goes beyond that? Yeah, that you wish someone had told you.
Okay, for sure. One of the things I hear a lot, I don't know if I see it so much, but unfortunately, there's a stigma that you can't cosplay or you can't be a good cosplayer unless you make your own costumes.
Yeah.
So not true. Some of the most creative, most fun cosplays I've seen were from someone's closet.
Yeah.
Just be creative. You can pick pieces up at a thrift store and change them a little bit, or use stuff straight out of your closet, or buy stuff off of the internet. Just have fun and do it for yourself. Do it for the expression. Just go to a con and hang out with your friends. It doesn't have to be this stressful, I have to learn how to
everything
do
from
this
scratch
stuff.
And all that,
yeah, so that would be my suggestion. If you don't know how to sew but you want to cosplay, just buy stuff.
Right on.
Make it. Yep.
That's good. And where can we find you online?
You can find me on Instagram at lunar.lyn. That's the one I'm active on most.
Yeah.
And I am on Facebook as Lunar Lyn Art too, and Twitter, but I mostly use Instagram.
Instagram?
Yeah.
Right on. Well, again, she's amazing in every way, so make sure to check her out. And thank you again for joining us.
Thanks.
Bye.